Greetings once again, my friends, and happy Thursday as we continue on in our journey of Final Fantasy VIII. Hey, hop on! Alright, we are getting ready to leave this freaking prison. We need to get down to the compartment that or the crane at least, that we use to get down to the basement. And hopefully we'll be able to find some kind of a device that can make this place not so buried. Or at least find a way to be able to clear out that sand. So, once again, happy Thursday. I hope everybody's had an awesome week thus far. And thankfully, I'm kind of caught up at this point. So you guys are going to be able to get a regular schedule, hopefully, for the next little bit. Because, like I said, I don't know if there's going to be major busyness happening once we get through till about mid-October. It's going to get pretty crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and head up to the crane room. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the interrogation room. I don't think we can really do anything here. Actually needed to go into the stairs that we just barely passed. But that's all right, because guess what, everybody? We don't have to worry about encounters, so we can make mistakes if we need to. Okay, so this is where we're technically supposed to go. And thankfully, there is a save point up here. I recommend in situations like this, because you're going to come across a couple of dungeons that are like this in length, save as often as you can. You never know when you might actually need to grind or basically have kind of a backup just in case you get yourself in hot water. It's a good idea. All right, up the stairs we go. Yay! Let's see if we can find a console up here. Not really. But we have a way out. Hey, look at that. Oh, yeah! We're out, baby! Prisoners may not go beyond this point. You will be terminated. Something's coming. So, we're going to have a little bit of a boss encounter with, I'm guessing, are supposed to be prison mechs. I don't remember their serial number off the top of my head. You're not going anywhere. I'm sure I'm not. Oh, Meltdown. Wonderful. This is a spell that I believe is individual to this game. It might be this game's equivalent of... Well, no, because this game has Flare. I was going to say the equivalent of Nuke or Flare. But no, it's because Flare's in this game. So this is a whole new deal. I don't think this spell ever shows up again, but I might be wrong. And I'm going to be using Quetzalcoatl because guess what, everybody? They are robots, so ergo, electric damage does work. Which means we're going to have a bit of a summon fest today. Ooh, boom, 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 boom. And while we're going through this, I actually do want to answer another listener question that I did get that I can't address right here and now. Somebody was pointing out in previous Final Fantasy Let's Plays that I tend to know a little bit more about story inferences and things like that better than most. The simple reason I tend to know a lot of these facts is because when it comes to the first 9 Final Fantasy games, I've played them numerous times, and I've looked stuff up numerous times. So at that point, that's why I know a little bit more, and I will admit right here and now, after I tend to have a policy, if I've beaten the game before, and I don't want to mess around with a new game plus, then I will cheat, just so that I can experience the story and be able to appreciate it more. And that's what I did here. I beat 8 on my own, and then eventually I went off and did the things that I wasn't able to do in my playthrough. For example, being able to get my hands on some of those rare item summons I talked about last week and the week before. Just because they're really hard to find. I know for a fact that the Moomba one, I think there are only a few places that you can get it, unless you play the card game. And yeah, one of them works that way, where you have to play Triple Triad, and if you don't, then it's not accessible to you. It's dumb. at least in my experience. But yeah, that's why I know. Like, the first 9 games, I used to have a tradition where if a new Final Fantasy game came out, I would replay at least the endings the day before of previous Final Fantasy games. So I'd go from 1 to, especially when the PlayStation releases happen, I'd go through 1, 2, eventually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, like, and then the new one, roughly. The ones I don't have as much experience on, because I haven't replayed them that many times, is 10. I'm still learning a lot of stuff about that every time I play it, or like whenever I pick it up again. 10-2, don't really... the whole universe of Spira, I don't have a whole lot of information on. Ivalice in 12, don't really know too much there. Know very little of 14 or 11. And 15, haven't really played it yet. I have a sense of the world and its surroundings because of the story of... Crap, what was it called? Kingsglaive. I have a sense of the world, but I don't really know, like, the events in the game. Because I need to get around to it. And 13, I have played only once. And beat only once. And I've only played 13 too. I haven't even played Lightning Returns yet. Whee! Hey, Squall, can you hear me? Guess I gotta go answer the phone. Yep, you do. Hey, you guys! Is this what you were talking about? What if Squall and the others have already gone ahead? I can hear you. See, I told you we'd be all right. Squall, go ahead and operate the arm. How? Yo, leave that one to me. Okay, so he's gonna operate the arm. Alrighty. We'll be there in like a second. Wait right there. Sure takes a while, doesn't it? So what? What's the rush? Looks like they'll be just fine. Okay, well, if they're going to be just fine, then let's go ahead and get the heck out of here, because we'll meet up with them in a minute. Cross the bridge we go. Nothing possible bad could happen. Oh, wait, cutscene's happening. What the heck is going on? We are out in the middle of nowhere. So congratulations. If you want to escape this prison, you're going to have to go through a whole lot of desert, and that's assuming you can escape it all. Yes. What the hell is this? We still can't go anywhere. No way. When I came in earlier, it wasn't like this. Let's just head for that structure over there. So, this thing can tunnel underground, and that's why it's inescapable. How badly I may have thought this through. I'm just saying. Oh, hello. Well, crap. Looks like Squall's gonna get separated from people again. And it looks like they're going to submerge the prison. Well, this isn't good. So, fun fact, this section... Squall, hold on! Over here, hurry! This section you can technically fail, and you can die on. How do I know this? I did. I think if you go the wrong way and the cutscene plays through, and if you're still in that wrong way, and I know this for a fact, you get game over. Because I think that's what happened. I went the wrong way, and I got a game over screen. In fact, when I was recording this, I was worried that I was going to do it again, because I couldn't remember which direction you had to go. I'm like, I hope this works. Meanwhile... Yay, we're all saved! And we have transportation. That was way too dangerous, wasn't it? Yeah. Thought the arms were moving kind of slow. They had the submerge system on. Let's just get going. I want to ride the yellow one. I'll take that one too. Okay, me too. Hey, ladies! Let's go, Irvine. We have girls' car and guys' car. But let's get the hell out of this prison and to the nearest town, because we're probably very hungry. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, because it's like really close to lunchtime right now. Whoops. Ooh, it looks like a car got wrecked out here. Well, that's not good. What? The sorceress is about to launch missiles at Garden. That's what Renoa heard from Irvine. The only thing we can do now is go back to Garden as soon as possible and warn the students. Alright, let's get in the car and go. They're targeting both Balam and Trebia Gardens. We have to interfere with the launch. We have to stop the missiles. We're being quiet because technically Squall's in control again. I'll do whatever Squall decides. Solak, I understand how Selphie feels, but this isn't just about Selphie. The missile-based plan? You should go talk to Selphie. Alright, so we're gonna go do that really quick. You can get an arrow here, so we'll go ahead and do it. Because technically Squall's the only one that's in my party right now. I just transferred from Trebia Garden. I can't just sit around knowing that Trebia Garden is in danger. So Squall, please. Decide who's gonna go to Galbadia Missile Base before it's too late. Oh my gosh. It's easier said than done. What if something happens to the party members I choose? Somebody could die, okay? Let's take a vote. Squall will decide on the party. Squall will return to Balam because he's the leader. Anyone against this plan, please raise your right hand. I don't mind which team you put me on. You're an outsider! You're the leader, Squall. What are the teams? Leader? I never asked to be the leader! There's so much pressure! Ooh. Well, that's not good. I heard they were hitting Trebia first, and then Balam. Oh, poor Selphie. This is one of those times where I genuinely feel bad for her. That's not gonna happen often, people. Trebia, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop it. Please let everybody be alright. Please. That was a miss, right? Squall, we have to report to Balam. Who are you taking? Come on, Squall. You have to decide, Squall. Squall, think carefully now. I've headed up to here with this leader thing! Alright, I'll choose! Jeez! That's just how he deals with pressure, guys. We're gonna go with our usual party, so, actually, no. I do this occasionally where, like, I used to be able to do Irvine and Zell, or instead of Zell, but this time around I'm going to do Zell because he's technically a better party member to have. His limits are better, and you don't actually have to have anything for them, aside from the limits themselves. I'm on the missile-based infiltration team. I have to be. They launched missiles at my Trebia. This team will now head for Balam, the rest to the missile base. Should I go with this? It's too much pressure. So we're gonna go with it. We have our parties assigned. Now the party has to split up. This mission is unlike any other. It's not an order or a request from anyone. Selfie, do you have some kind of plan? I think if we take this Galbadian army vehicle, we should be able to make it inside the base. But that's about it. I'll have to think about the rest once we're inside. You think that'd be okay? Sorry, I mean, thanks. And all. Whatever. There isn't much time. You better hurry back to Balam Garden. See you at Balam Garden. And now we're going to have the long walk of every party member going to their respective car. Because that's going to be a thing. But it is kind of appropriate for Selfie to go with you to the missile base, because she technically has motivation to go there, even though the game doesn't force you. Squall, hurry! We are just not moving fast enough for Selfie. What can I say? Alright, so the party is going to split up, with Squall, Zell, and Renoa heading back to Balam Garden to warn them about the missile strike. Let's take that train. And with Irvine, Selfie, and Kistis going to the missile base to see if they can stop it. Trabia might have been hit, but Balam should get hit if we can avoid it. So it's probably a good idea to have the party separate, and Irvine and Squall and Kistis can join us later. But in the meantime, it's time for us to steal a train, because we don't have a ticket. So you might as well drive the train. Hey, stop! Yo, Squall, some dork's coming after us! Stop the train! Ah, come on! Hey, this guy's not bad. Ah! Later, sport. Sometimes we're real douches, but it's okay. Meanwhile, back on the world map. Come on, to the missile base. So we are officially in control of the missile teams, and that's technically our next task. So we're gonna swap the junctions really quick. Mainly, I'm gonna go ahead and give Squalls to Irvine. Give Zells to Kistis, I believe. Yes, Zells to Kistis, and then Renoa's to Selfie. So Selfie will be kind of the proposed healer for this, even though it's not really going to matter that much. Again, we're not going to get random encounters, so we'll be fine. But again, I hope everything is well with everybody that is watching, and thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. And as far as announcements that are going on, I really don't have any, because by this point, I probably have already kind of taken care of this on the podcast. We are getting ready to set up the next Geek News movie night, so you guys can look forward to that. And I'll let you guys listen to the podcast if you want to know the theme of it. It actually technically came from Stephen Romney, so I think you guys will appreciate it. Very Halloween-y. But now we're at the missile base. All right, go ahead. Really? Phew. How did that happen? It's not like you had a uniform on or anything. You should have technically not been able to get past. And yet you did. Oh good, our parking etiquette's awesome. Following the launch of Trabia Garden, we will be launching at Balam Garden. This uniform is so itchy and smelly. That's why, because they did have uniforms. When is launch time? Doesn't matter. We have to stop the missiles. That's all there is to it, right? Yeah. There's a door, we go in. If there's anything we can break, we break. That's not a good idea either. And in the end, we blow this place to smithereens. With you here? Hey, Selfie, I like your attitude. Let's do it up. I'm glad you like it. Let's get a move on. Down into the base we go. All right. Took a minute. But now we're officially in the missile base, and our job is basically just sabotage. We have to make sure those missiles do not launch at Balamb Garden. We don't want to lose the other 2 gardens since the sorceress has procured Galbadia Garden for her own personal base. Not good. Unfortunately, this is a little weird. It's locked. Well, yeah, doors technically would be if they're missile bases. It's locked. Yeah, you'd think that would happen, Selfie. Maybe you need a key card or something. Insert ID card? But we don't have one. Selfie, calm down. So, like, I found this in the car. We can give it a try. Alright, well, let's try out the card key. Maybe it's just a temporary pass, and we can get into the missile base. Swipey swipey. Boom! And yes, it looks like it worked. Verifying. Access granted. Woohoo! Alright, and unfortunately we've come to that time once again. So when we come back, we will infiltrate the Galbadian missile base. And hopefully Squall is well on his way to Balamb Garden.